We will tell you the story of Paul. He was born in 1985 in LA. His parents were John and Sarah, who were poor, so at 3 years they couldn't enroll in the nursery. At the age of 6 years, he was just too able to start going to school. Paul always had good marks. Thanks to that, he was able to participate in his school's baseball team, which took up a lot of time during the week. Although he managed to integrate well and win enough games, his academic performance was low. This brought Paul's parents to be angry with him. One afternoon, after returning from school, Paul saw that his parents were waiting him in the living room sitting on the sofa. They were very angry with him and told him that he wasn't allowed to continue playing on the baseball team. This made him sad, and he said, "I can play and upload my marks. Give me a chance." His parents denied it. The next morning, John went to leave Paul for school. Everything was normal that day, only that on leaving, John was waiting, but he was used to living with his friends. Paul walked with John to his house in silence. During high school, Paul hadn't put men in sports. Everything was going well. He graduated with honors.
In the winter of that year, they entered to rob his house. Due to that, Paul had to look for work and leave the studies to help his family. Paul looked for work as a waiter, delivery of newspapers, and other little jobs, but he wasn't successful. That forced him to work with his father fixing cars. A couple of months went by. One morning, a shattered car arrived, and John told him it was a woman. The next day, Paul was working on the car when the owner came in. Her name was Tiffany. Paul offered to be her driver and she accepted. So they got to know each other. As a result of the days, they fell in love. Paul invited her to live. Until 10 years later, she was already 28 and believed that it was time to ask her for marriage. Paul wasn't used to those nerves. In the night, Paul asked Tiffany for marriage. Their wedding was simple, and after 5 months of marriage, they decided to have children. All went well. They had a Steve. The child grew healthy. They had a new house and a dog. Paul no longer worked as a driver. Now he was a coach of a baseball team. One day, Steve sadly suffered a heart attack and died. Paul and Tiffany were very sad, and Paul decided to retire from baseball. And Tiffany, due to a depression, committed suicide. Paul, leaving Paul lonely and old, waiting for the death. After 4 months of eternal waiting, Paul died.